Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Warren.
I'm Carone.
And we're in Isolation Hub, Ottawa.
Yep.
Day 1.
What a morning.
Yeah, we're here going to be blogging about every day that we're in our Isolation Hub. And I don't think we need this anymore.
No. We can breathe. Thank goodness.
So, this is...
Take the fog out.
Yeah.
See?
So this is Isolation Hub, Ottawa. The reason why we're in here is because we need to isolate for 14 days, and we're going to be going directly into a plane to go up to Iqaluit, Nunavut, where we live.
Yep.
You can't enter Nunavut until you go to Isolation Hub unless you have special privileges. And so this is a video log of our first day and our experiences. So just a quick little background. My name's Warren. I'm an architect and I live in Iqaluit, Nunavut. We traveled down to Ottawa to check out a few things down here and do some business. And Carone can speak.
I'm just Carone from Iqaluit. I keep myself busy by helping people and working with various organizations.
Yeah. So
This is my staycation, actually. Staycation mode.
Staycation.
Ooh.
I wish. So I'm actually going to be in this Isolation Hub having to work most of the time remotely. Yeah.
Staycation.
Yeah. So our first day, let's say, it wasn't uneventful. We basically, Carone had to go in first.
Well, put it this way. You're never prepared for thinking of what you need to go do nothing. And how many things you actually need to do nothing. So it's like preparing for a long distance vacation,
Yeah.
but locally, and knowing that you're not going to go out. So packing for that was quite a task.
That's right.
Yes, and also preparing for going back to Nunavut, you gotta stock up on groceries.
Yeah.
I might have gone crazy and overboard on groceries this time, knowing it's going to be a while before I go back out again.
Yeah.
So, that being said...
So part of the thing is when you actually decide to leave Nunavut, you know that you have to go into Isolation Hub, and you're like, well, do I really want to be sitting in a hotel for 14 days? My first thoughts are minimum security prison. But I know I'm not doing any justice for people who are actually in prison, but it's still something that, you lose your freedom for 14 days. Understandably,
Limited freedom.
Limited freedom. But if you leave the hotel, you're officially at day 0 again.
Yes, your time gets reset.
Yeah.
But you are free to leave your room and go to the designated areas.
Yeah.
That is not an issue. One of the perks that we're having right now is that we're getting all our meals provided.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you updated on that part.
Yeah. And not only that, if you have any questions, you could always just write us and we'll answer any questions about what it's like in here, what to expect. So what our first day was like. So checking in. Carone had to check in first as I was dropping the car off, and had to join a meeting. And you could talk about the process, what it was like.
Well, for me, checking in was very interesting, and as a girl, I got help. Thank you so much, guys. There's no way I could have handled my 3 totes and 3 duffels plus carry-ons by myself, and that was a great help. Because they're now used to us being from Nunavut and having maximum capacity luggage, they didn't even blink an eye except raised eyebrows like, and you're alone, right? I'm like, no, my excuse is that my husband's gone to drop the car off. And they looked at my cart, which was like packed to the brim, winter jacket, totes, and well over 400 pounds and said, thank God this thing has wheels and you're traveling like a princess. And I was like, yes, I am. Anyways, I was expecting to go to a reception desk and do the regular stuff, show my Visa card, whatever, for any, what do you call it? Smaller fees, because sometimes they do that. And they're like, no, you're already checked in. You're from Nunavut. You're expected. So come this way. And we went down a special corridor. We went into a briefing area. So we got a table all to ourselves, and myself actually. My luggage got a cursory look at. I'm almost sure it got Lysol, but I'm not quite sure. And we got a whole bunch of forms and a lot of information as to what to expect, what they're going to be doing over the next 2 weeks with us, and
a lot of paperwork. Yeah.
The hardest part of the paperwork, believe it or not, for me, was having to choose the dinner menu for the next 14 days.
Yeah, I have a hard time deciding what to eat for tonight. And then all of a sudden they're asking you, can you please select your dinner once, like for every single day that you're here? And I'm just like, oh my goodness, what do I do?
Mind you, we recently switched to plant-based diet. So options, they're kind of skinny on that list of foods. And,
but they are accommodating.
Yes, they did accommodate.
Yes.
There will be tasty stuff like falafels and veggie patties and spaghetti and sauce and pizzas with mushrooms and onion. So I'm actually okay with that. The problem I have is like every day, if I feel like Asian, I go Asian. If I feel Thai food, I make some Thai food.
Yeah.
But we'll work on that part.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Not only that, we actually have the ability to order in.
Yes.
I did a trial just to see what would happen. So I did Uber Eats with Tim Hortons just to try it out. It made it okay. There was no problem. What ended up happening is as soon as it got here, I had to go meet somebody downstairs, and that's where I received it. And that was it. So you can order in. And so if you feel that the food is not exactly to your liking, it does help. Yeah. So the second step is, after doing all that wonderful paperwork, is to go visit the nurse that's on the third floor. But basically the nurse was just asking you a bunch of questions, all the routine
sign another
stuff.
Contract.
Yeah, more paperwork. And then after answering all the questions, if there was no surprises, then you're just pretty much led up to your hotel room.
Yes. So the questions from the nurse are pretty standard. They're asking if you traveled internationally for the last 14 days or went further than Ottawa for the last 14 days, and if you were in crowded, compromising situations where you might have had to interact with more than, say, 200-300 people, and just when it happened and what you did, just so that they could start contact tracing with you. So it wasn't too onerous. One thing though, we will be getting a COVID test twice during our stay here. One today, so holding my breath, and the next one is on our 10th day. That way they get the results back before we're prepped to fly out.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to the test, but
no.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yes. However, just to wrap up our video here for our first day. We're actually in the next morning of the first day, so we just wanted to top up what our first day was like. When we arrived, one of the first things I did is handed over us a salad. It's like, here's your first meal. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was pretty much it. So in a way, if you're going to enter, it's probably a good idea just to bring some snacks because it could be a bit challenging at times when you're hankering for snacks on the side, but I would encourage you to bring some snacks before you come in.
I definitely encourage you to bring snacks. Anything you prefer, especially something you love.
Yeah.
Because it's weird how your mind changes knowing you're not able to run down to the corner store. So bring the snacks you love, and don't feel bad about having your cupboards stuffed to the brim with it. Either you leave it when you're going and somebody else will use it, or you just take it with you. If you're going to Iqaluit, you usually would probably pack it and bring it back with you.
So to give you the architectural lowdown, basically. It's a one-room hotel room, one bedroom studio. Mm-hmm. We were fortunate enough to have a kitchenette,
which is really well equipped.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful on that. I can cook my own little meals here and there.
Especially that we have our plant-based diet. It actually is very helpful that we can cook. We can order some food in, but we can't leave, so we just have to rely on other people to bring our stuff. And it's, a reasonable bed size with desk and, the typical hotel, but it's a little bit larger, like a nice little bachelor size.
Yes,
unit.
There's good space. We can actually do yoga. If you clear enough space, there's spaces beside the bed that's wide enough to do your stretches. So you don't have to worry about being cramped or tight. And if you're into pacing, the length in front of the kitchenette from the doorway is actually a good, 12, 15 feet almost. So you could pace back and forth to keep yourself active throughout the whole time, especially if you're alone or if you're an understanding partner.
Yeah.
We also have access to internet and the TV.
Yeah, we also, if you feel stuck, there's also access to mental health programs. So if you need to call somebody, if you're stuck, it is helpful just to chat. I mean, there's no stigma. If you need to talk to somebody, it's important to have. Mm-hmm. We haven't tried it yet. We will probably talk to you about it in the next video, day 2, which is today, but later on, is to experience the outside, because apparently there's an outside section. And you can go at any time, but you're going to have security guards just kind of calling, saying where you're going, when you're going.
Oh yeah, the security pages your floor, or pages you down, so that they're expecting you and they can track where you're going, but not in a bad way. They don't harass you or anything like that.
No.
And you can stay as long as you want outside. That's changed. I guess it just really helps mentally, and you're allowed in designated areas here. So I'm looking forward to doing that walkabout. You can speak to somebody in the corridor as long as you maintain your 6 feet distance, but you're not allowed to visit your friends in the other room.
Yeah, one of the things that they drilled with you at the very beginning: do not break the protocol, because you're starting at 0 again.
Yes.
Now, I can't imagine somebody who's on day 13 and all of a sudden they break protocol and have to start from 0. That would be pretty tough. So we're going to be extra vigilant. Mm-hmm. It's almost like we see somebody, we run away. So we're going to see how that goes.
It's going to be hard because I've already spotted quite a few people from Iqaluit that I know and I talk to. So
yeah,
there's going to be a lot of
Yes, it's like, I know you, stay away from me, because I'm starting from 0. Yeah, I love you, stay over there. But it's going to be an interesting adventure. We've never done this before, obviously, and we're going to see how it goes. So stay tuned, and
we'll share pictures of the meals we receive, and a few of the things that we've done to try and make it comfortable in here, because 2 weeks is quite a bit of time to be limited.
Yes, and like I said before, if you have any questions, just throw it into the chat. We're more than willing to answer any questions. That's what we're here for. But at the same time, we also want to show that We're still okay. We're just going to be locked down for a bit and see how it goes. Now, this is different from other isolations and quarantines because what's different about this is we're actually quarantining or isolating just for the purposes of getting home, really.
Getting home, yeah.
Getting home. We don't have any COVID symptoms. We're COVID free as we know it. The test will probably tell us.
Will tell us all.
And we'll keep you updated. All right. So thanks for chiming in, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye bye.